Now we'll go for the live demo section where I have a small problem statement, I'll say, where we need to automate something, and for that we will be using two of them. First is Selenium, and the other one is BeautifulSoup. You guys might have heard about it. It is also like used on the last year for data scraping and all those purposes. Get the title because it is the title of the web page. Of course, if you hit the endpoint, you're going to get the title, because but the codes you won't get it because the codes are loaded after some time, right? So we were not able to get it. And now, what does Selenium actually do? So you guys must have noticed one thing, like we never actually opened the website in case of BeautifulSoup. We never actually visited the page. We just sent a request, which what this request module does, it actually mimics a request which is done manually by a person. Okay, I guess we can see BeautifulSoup was not able to scrape data or the codes for the dynamic website. Let's see if Selenium is able to do it. Okay, and then I'll explain what the code means. It is easy. Okay, and even it is easier to write the code as well, because I'll show you why. uh, Let me just run this code first, and just notice one difference here. I'm not sure if in the meet while sharing the screen if you all will be able to see, but just notice one thing. Okay, I started the code here. See, uh, is any one of you able to see a driver window opening here, or is it not visible in the meet because sometimes those extra tabs are not shown? See, so actually the difference between Selenium and BeautifulSoup here was BeautifulSoup was making a fake request, you can say, like it was trying to mimic a request, and it was not actually opening the web page to get the data. But what Selenium does is Selenium has its own drivers. Okay, so now what is drivers? So see, we have the browsers which, like for example, we have Chrome, right? And Chrome is just a browser which shows us the web pages and the data, but the thing which actually connects with the servers and with the backend of the web page is the driver. Okay, so driver is like actually the main function or the main heart of the entire thing, if you can say. So what happened in this case is Selenium actually visited the web page. It waited for 2 minutes. Sorry, it waited for 2 seconds. It waited for the these things to load the codes. After that, it scraped us, and we are able to get them. And you can see we are using the dynamic one. Okay, so let me just walk you through the code. See, these are all the imports, and you can ignore them for now. You while when you start learning, it is easier to understand them better. You can see this one service section which mentions about ChromeDriver manager. So see, driver and manager are two things, as I mentioned. One is driver and browser are two things. So based on the browser which you have installed, about like if you have Chrome installed, so you need to have ChromeDriver for it. So what this ChromeDriver manager does is it checks what is your current browser version, and as per that, it dynamically installs a compatible Chrome driver for it. Okay, and then those properties are added into the WebDriver, and it opens the web page, and it collects the data, or it performs the actions for us, and then we get the data or whatever actions we want to perform on that web page. Okay, so as I mentioned about those locators there in Selenium. So in Selenium, we have different types of locators. In the roadmap, I have shared a very nice material where to learn about locators as well. So in this section, you can see CSS selectors. So there are different types of selectors: XPath, then CSS selector, then name, ID, and many of them. So what is CSS selector? So you can visually also see this thing. So we saw it was inside this span.txt, right? The codes were inside span.txt. So you can see it is in the CSS, right? You can see the CSS things mentioned there, the color, the font, and all the things. So that's why we use CSS selector, and it was easier for this instance, but it can differ based on different websites. So I just wrote span and text. I saw these two things, and in the code we have it mentioned the same way. Span.text. This is the CSS selector we are looking for, and all the data, all the instances we have. I just want it all printed for it, or printed for us. And then in the end we have driver quit as well, because the driver is open for us. It's scraped, and after the actions are performed, because only action is to open the web page, wait for 2 seconds, check for the data in these CSS containers, print for us, and we are done. After that, you need to quit the browser, or else it will keep on consuming your resources. And you can see it has scraped the data for us. Okay, great. So I guess it was easier for you to understand. So this was a short demo which I had, and this will close up. Okay, so this was about the live demo where we saw the limitations of Beautiful Soup and how Selenium was able to tackle them, about the uh, dynamic websites and things like that. Choosing the right strategy. See, so the thing is,